What's up, patrons? So I just finished up filming the next cryptids video, and I've got the camera set up here still. I haven't taken anything down. It's actually really nice out weather-wise. I was hoping for cooler temperatures, and it actually is kind of cooler. When I first got here, I almost could have worn my t-shirt or my sweatshirt. I didn't bring it with me though because it's supposed to get into the 80s this afternoon. But I wanted to follow up on the video from this morning because I mentioned in that I wanted to talk a little bit about this video, or the cryptids video that I filmed today, because I had some behind the scenes kind of stuff that I wanted to share in relation to that. Specifically, this video is going to be about werewolves. There's a specific werewolf sighting in Northwest Ohio that I'm covering for the next cryptids video that's going to be coming out next week for you guys. But what I wanted to talk about briefly was there was a movie tie-in, kind of, sort of. So when I was researching the story, I actually found some references to a 1941 movie called The Wolfman. And so that got me curious, and I was like, it'd be kind of cool to maybe have some clips from the movie or something like that, because it's an older movie, shouldn't have to worry about copyright or anything like that. So I started looking it up, and I wound up having to download the movie from an archive site so that I could pull clips from it while I wound up watching the whole thing. And it was actually pretty good. I was surprised. 1941, you don't think of as a great year for movies, but it was actually, The Wolfman was actually a pretty good movie. And I found out in my research that they remade it in 2010. So I watched the remake as well. And maybe it's just me. I don't like movies with a lot of blood and guts and gore. For me, it's more, I like psychological type of stuff. I like stuff that's more creepy and, gives that creepy feeling to it. And the 2010 remake actually had a ton of gore in it. It was not my favorite of the two. I was surprised because normally when I think of movies, I think of I want to see newer stuff. I don't like, anything pre 1960. There's no way I'll really like it that well. But I was actually surprised that the 1941 movie held up a heck of a lot better than the 2010 remake. The 2010 remake wasn't terrible, but it's, like I said, not really my favorite of the two. So if you get the chance, I would highly recommend checking out both of them if you can, or at least the 1941 version, because it was actually really well done. The cast was great. The the graphics, they didn't use any graphics. Obviously, it was 1941. It was long, but they did have the things like the werewolf attacking people. But it looked kind of goofy the way that the werewolf was attacking people. But it was still it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So that's all I wanted to say about that. This cryptids video will be coming out next Friday. You guys will get it a week early. 2 weeks from now, we'll be out on regular YouTube. But I've got another video that I want to drop a hint at here because I'm going to be filming part of it today. So one thing I've decided that I want to do moving forward with some of the legends and tales, because every once in a while I'll run across a legends and tales, or a legend that maybe is a really cool legend and has some story to it, some history, some actual documented stuff, but isn't quite a big enough one to make a legend and tales video out of. So what I've decided to do moving forward is when I find those, I'm going to start compiling them, and then once a month, once every other month or so, something like that, I'm going to come out with basically a kind of compilation where I'll do 3, sometimes maybe 4 videos. No, not 3 or 4 videos. Sorry, I would normally cut that part out, but that was one of the mess ups that I have. But what I was saying was I want to do 3 or 4 little stories within one video. That's what I meant to say. So that's something I've got coming up. The first one that I'm planning on doing, I don't want to put out the details just yet, but I've got the 3 stories ready. I'm going to record one today. I've got a couple others I need to record over the next couple of weeks. If everything goes well, hopefully by early to mid-August is when that first one's going to come out. And it'll be the Fridays where there's not a cryptids video will be other legends and tales type of stuff. So eventually going into the fall, I do want to have a video every week, with the cryptids videos, and then intertwined with regular Legends and Tales type of stuff, at least through the fall, because I really want to ramp up with the Legends and Tales stuff through September and October especially, but even into November and the end of the year. So that's what's coming up. I'll have more details for you guys here in the next couple of weeks probably. But yeah, that's rambling on way too much, I think. My arm's getting tired from holding my phone up, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I want to thank you all for being patrons. I might record something else later on. I'm not really 100% sure yet. But yeah, everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.